Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our esteemed audience. And a sincere thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Aslan Amjad, and today's webinar, Navigating Post-Pandemic Supply Chain Challenges in E-commerce, aims to shed light on the current state of the e-commerce supply chain and explore strategies for building resilience in this dynamic landscape. We're privileged to have with us two industry experts, Alex Ramirez from Quicktron Robotics and Matija Pavlić from Spica, who will guide us through this insightful discussion. And before moving forward with the discussion, I would like to highlight something. Like during the conversation, if you do have questions on your right or left side of the screen, you can see a chat option there. You can just type your question in there, and at the end of the webinar, we're going to answer the question. So so we are going to start the first section, which is the current state of e-commerce supply chain. And I would like to invite Matija to just initially give a brief overview about the company, and then we will move forward with the discussion. Matija, please.
Thank you, Arslan. Hello to everyone. My name is Matija Pavlić, and I'm a business development manager at Spica. I've been with Spica for more than 2 years, and during that time, I have done consultancy work in the field of logistics, primarily focused on warehouse management, and provided technical support on warehouse management systems, WMS, and our voice picking solution. Spica Group was founded in 1988, which gives us roughly more than 30 years of experience. We have a team of around 140 employees. We are present in 6 countries across the Adriatic region, the Balkans, Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Macedonia, and Montenegro. We are a top regional SCM solution integrator and have developed partnerships with biggest SCM providers in the world, including our partners, Quicktron Robotics. Our region of operation is bigger than just the Adriatic region. We have a strategic partnership with the IBCS group. IBCS is similar to Spica. They are working with supply chain management solution as well. And that partnership gives us opportunities to work in countries like Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, and more. We can continue. Our business consists of many processes, starting from analyzing and giving consultancy advice to companies. We have developed our own in-house solution on voice picking technology named Voice Extreme. We are doing full system integration in our SCM supply management division. That is integration of WMS solution and Voice Extreme. For those solutions, we provide the available IT support, and we are using and providing our customers with the most advanced technologies that are on the market. We have more than 3,000 our own solution systems installed. Our solutions are available on 15 different languages. Some of our most significant installations in supply chain divisions are with regional retailers, distributors, and manufacturing companies like Consum, Mercator, Atlantic, and Deleuze, for example.
Yeah, thank you, Matija. And moving forward, I would like to ask Alex Ramirez to please go forward with the introduction of Quicktron. And it's worth mentioning that maybe Alex will be unable to turn on the webcam due to the connectivity issues, but he has a powerful voice, and we can hear from Alex now. Alex, please.
Thank you, Arslan. And Matija, it's nice to meet you. I'm really sorry my camera didn't work with this technology, but at least you can hear me. So I will be happy to talk about Quicktron. And introducing myself, my name is Alex Ramirez. I am the Director of Business Development for the Americas for Quicktron Robotic Inc. And I'll be discussing happily everything about supply chain and how robotics, especially the Quicktron robotics technology, is helping the warehouses across the world. The company started in 2014, and we have been very, very successful when it comes to the intralogistics of warehouses. Our robots are helping to move goods across the warehouse in a very efficient way. If we can go to the next slide, we can discuss a little bit about the customers that we have. We already have more than 1,000 customers served since 2014. We have more than 600 people inside the company. And what is really impressive from my point of view is that we have more than 25,000 robots working and doing different tasks across the world in a span of 9 years. This is very impressive from any perspective. And this is our product portfolio outside China. We have these 5 robots, and with them, we can almost do any intralogistics task inside a warehouse. From a medium-sized project to a very large project, these machines are transforming the way how intralogistics is done, especially when it comes to the picking part of the e-commerce. We have the M-class robots, mostly for goods to person and point-to-point transportation. And then we have a combination of the C56 and M5 for picking at the warehouse level. These 2 robots combined are a very, very powerful solution. This is our strength. We work with goods to person. We also do point-to-point tasks. And this is just a generic graphic representing all the different areas inside a warehouse or maybe even a factory where we can use the AMRs. We go to the next one. And this is our different locations around the world. I am located in Dallas, in the US, but we have locations all across the globe, in Europe and in Asia as well. As you can see, in 9 years is being just a short period of time, but we have grown tremendously. And this is just a sample of the many customers that we have. As you can see, we have customers across different sections of the market, from e-commerce to manufacturing and everything in between. You can see automotive companies, companies manufacturing electronics, food and beverage, and of course the large ones are e-commerce, such as Alibaba and Mercado Libre.
Thank you very much, Alex, for the introduction. So now we move forward with the first section, which is about the current state of e-commerce supply chain. As we know that pandemic has a big role to play in shaping the e-commerce industry, and we have seen the shifting of trends in retail and online shopping. So as we live in a post-pandemic world, I would like to take your insights on how the e-commerce supply chain landscape has evolved post-pandemic. So I would bring this question to Matija to start. Can you give us an overview of the current state of e-commerce supply chain landscape?
Yeah, there has been a big shift in the shopping habits of customers. The e-commerce supply chain has undergone a significant transformation in recent years, and the continuous growth of online shopping and the transformation of the e-commerce supply chain have increased the demand and adoption of new processes and technologies throughout the whole supply chain and in warehouse management. We can see it in the activities of our end users who have a constant growth in their businesses. With that growth comes the constant need to improve their current processes and implement new ones and use new technologies.
Thank you, Matija, for summarizing today's supply chain landscape. So, Alex, I would put the same question to you. What do you think are the key factors that are shaping the e-commerce supply chain in 2023?
Yes, the e-commerce supply chain is experiencing a mix of challenges and advantages, I would say as well. But we have to recognize that the current geopolitical events, such as the conflicts in Eastern Europe and the Middle East, are certainly affecting the supply chain. However, there are many other factors that we need to consider. For instance, I will mention a few. Digital transformation. We are seeing significant shifts towards digital integration in supply chains. Technologies like AI, IoT, and blockchain are being employed to improve efficiency and provide greater transparency. These tools aid in inventory management, demand forecasting, and optimization of logistics operations. We can also include a little bit of the solutions that we're bringing with our robots. Globalization versus localization. E-commerce global reach is being balanced with a trend towards localization. To reduce shipping times and costs, companies are increasingly establishing local warehouses and collaborating with local suppliers. I have noticed that a lot across the north side of the US especially. We have also resilience and flexibility. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for resilient supply chains, and businesses are now diversifying their supply base and holding more inventory as a safeguard against future disruptions. But there is a very careful balance that or balance operation they need to perform so they don't have an overstock of goods. We have also consumer expectations. Consumers now expect faster delivery times, easier returns, and higher levels of service. And this puts pressure on e-commerce companies to optimize their supply chains for speed and efficiency. And the use of advanced analytics is also another factor to consider. Advanced analytics are being leveraged for predictive modeling, improving demand forecasts, and personalizing the customer experience. And finally, I can say automation and robotics is a key factor to consider, and perhaps my favorite. The adoption of automation and robotics, particularly in warehouse operations, is on the rise. Robots and automation in general help in speeding up processes such as sorting, picking, packing, and shipping. So among others, these factors collectively illustrate the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of e-commerce supply chains in 2023 as they adapt to new challenges and opportunities.
Well, thank you, Alex, for your valuable insights. So let's delve into the unique challenges that modern e-commerce business is facing. So I'm putting the question to Matija. So what do you think, what are the unique challenges that the modern e-commerce business is facing in managing their supply chains?
Yes, with of course, all parts of the supply chain can't have constant growth without facing many challenges that have to be resolved in order to give customers the best possible service. E-commerce faces a lot of challenges in meeting diverse customers' demands, supply chain complexities on global levels, and efficiency logistics. The diverse customer needs have a significant effect on warehouses and supply chains in impacting operations, storage strategies, and overall efficiency. Alex mentioned that now warehouses are keeping a much larger stock of products than before the pandemic, which complicates inventory management. Customer preferences change with seasons and trends. We can see that in Croatia. So warehouses have to adjust inventory levels, storage layouts, and have workforce planning. Demand as well for faster order fulfillment puts pressure on warehouses to optimize their fulfillment processes to meet the demand for fast and reliable delivery. This requires efficiency order picking, packaging, and shipping operations. In the supply chain, managing real-time data, adapting to market shifts, and addressing sustainability issues adds another layer of complexity, which we can overcome by embracing new technologies and looking through automatization.
Thanks, Matija. These challenges are real, and of course, as you mentioned, that the things are getting complicated, but automation can be a savior too. So I'm bringing the same question to you, Alex, as well. What do you think are the modern day e-commerce challenges?
Yes, I can mention a few. For once, I could say intense competition. The e-commerce space is highly competitive, with many businesses competing for consumer attention. And this competition is not just local, but global as well, making it harder for businesses to stand out. Another factor is to consider is technology reliance and evolution. The e-commerce relies heavily on technology, from website development to payment processing, and keeping up with the fast pace of changing technology can be challenging, especially for smaller businesses with limited resources. Also, customer trust and retention. Building and maintaining customer trust in an online environment can be difficult, especially with concerns about privacy, data security, and online fraud. Customer retention can also be challenging in a market where switching between competitors is just basically a click away. And finally, logistics and supply chain management. Efficient managing inventory, warehousing, and shipping is crucial for e-commerce. Any disruption in the supply chain can lead to delays and customer dissatisfaction. So I would say those are some of the main points that I want to bring.
Well, thanks once again, Alex, for quite a wonderful analysis. So now we're going to move forward with the section 2, which is innovations in e-commerce supply chain. But before moving forward with this section, I would like to reiterate once more, like if you have any questions, you can write it down on the chat, and at the end of this conversation, we're going to respond accordingly. So we know that these challenges exist, but at the same time, we have seen technological evolution as well. And of course, Quicktron and Spica are adding their share in that. So let me ask this to you again, Alex. How has Quicktron adapted and innovated to meet the specific demands of e-commerce fulfillment?
Yes, Quicktron focuses on addressing the specific challenges of growing e-commerce operations and changing market demands. We don't just sell robots. Our aim is to offer solutions that improves flexibility and modularity, that integrate well and bring reliable technology to the customer. Unlike many automated systems that demand large initial investments, Quicktron allows for a gradual scale up in line with business growth, a crucial aspect for e-commerce companies and for retail corporations with online operations as well. Our picking and replenishment workstations exemplify this approach. They are interchangeable, allowing for the same station to perform both tasks, inbound and outbound, or they can be deployed in different locations as needed as well. This flexibility allows for easier deployment and for a very cost-effective hardware infrastructure. Additionally, our robots are designed to seamlessly integrate using API connections. We can integrate with various warehouse systems, whether at the robot level or at the warehouse management system level. Also, particularly beneficial for e-commerce, our solutions can automatically position high demand SKUs closer to picking stations and less frequently move items further away, ensuring efficient and accurate order fulfillment. And you can see this with our quick bin technology. But Arslan, while I am very enthusiastic about Quicktron's capabilities, I don't intend to turn this into an infomercial. So if anyone is interested in further details, I am always available for a personal discussion afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. It's quite a wonderful discussion on how the technology is actually helping to solve the challenges that the supply chain is facing. And of course, if the audience has a question at the end of the discussion, they're going to ask it. So let me come back to Matija again. So what are some of the ways that Spica is helping e-commerce businesses improve their supply chain efficiency?
The introduction of new IT solutions for the improvement of internal processes in logistics becomes crucial for the survival of companies at a time of increased competition in the supply chain. This one of the challenges that Alex mentioned before, and Spica has developed voice picking technology on Android operating systems. Our solution, Voice Extreme, is developed primarily based on the needs of the market. Customers dictated the speed of this change, where their needs were simple, using voice technology on much simpler devices. And Android device is a simple solution, and all modern handheld terminals are now based on Android OS. With the new solution, there is no need to use special equipment for Vox. It can be used by every Android device, and Vox can work as a standalone solution that is connected to the ERP, or it can be connected to the WMS. We have connections with different types of ERPs and WMS providers. I don't want to take my whole presentation based on telling you which one we have and how we did it, so we can continue it in the next time.
Thank you, Matija, for a wonderful discussion on this topic. Alex and Matija were explaining two different technologies that are actually helping a lot in tackling the challenges of supply chain. So now we're moving forward with section 3, which is about the strategies of e-commerce supply chain resilience. We talk about the challenges and opportunities already. Now just move forward with the resilience as well. And now let's just discuss about the strategies for e-commerce supply chain resilience. I would like to put this question to Alex. What are some of the best practices for mitigating supply chain disruptions in e-commerce, in your opinion?
Yes, developing resilience in e-commerce supply chains is crucial, especially given the challenges posed by global disruptions, changing market demands, and technological advancements. There are a few things that could be done, but I will mention only 3. Diversifying suppliers and logistic partners. Relying on a single supplier or logistic partner can be risky. Diversifying your supply base across different geographical regions can mitigate risk associated with regional disruptions. This approach also applies to logistic partners, ensuring you have alternatives in case of service interruptions. The other one is investing in technology and automation. I will always preach about this. Advanced technologies like AI, machine learning, blockchain and robotics can improve forecasting, inventory management, and tracking. And automation in warehouses and distribution centers can improve efficiency and reduce dependency on manual labor. And the final one, enhancing visibility across the supply chain. Greater visibility helps in monitoring supply chain more effectively. This can be achieved through integrated supply chain management systems that provide real-time data and analytics. Each of these strategies can be tailored to the specific needs and capabilities of the e-commerce business, ensuring more resilient supply chain capable of withstanding all the challenges that the e-commerce businesses are facing.
Yeah, embracing technology and automation can solve many of the challenges that the modern supply chain is facing. So let's continue this conversation with another question, which I'm going to ask to Matija, and it's like, can you talk us through the importance of last mile delivery, inventory management, and customer experience, and how can e-commerce businesses ensure that they are delivering the best possible customer experience?
The importance is that inventory accuracy and proper inventory management within the WMS also increases the level of accuracy of delivery to the end customer. Accuracy is exactly what customers value, and timely and reliable delivery is key for customer satisfaction, especially in the business to customer business segment, in the B2C segment. Effective inventory management optimizes costs, enhances order fulfillment efficiency, and contributes to overall operational excellence. Box, for example, reduces errors, which ultimately leads to increased customer satisfaction by ensuring more accurate and timely deliveries. Customer satisfaction with fast delivery and correct items is one of the most important points in evaluating the service. And the second question was, how can e-commerce business ensure the best possible customer experience? For e-commerce businesses, to ensure that they have to deliver the best customer experience, they must have a clear combination of strategy, technology, and customer-centered practices. For example, stuff that helps are user-friendly websites with easy-to-use search and navigation tools. Mobile apps are a must as well. Data-driven, personalized products, product recommendation, clear product information, fast and reliable shipping, easy returns, and customer service, and they have to have a constant improvement of their services.
Thank you, Matija. And of course, there should be a continuous improvement in the services and of course in the technology as well to keep the customer satisfied. And that is, of course, the ultimate priority for every company who is doing a business in here, and especially for the companies who are providing the technology and advanced technology. So now we are heading towards the last section of today's discussion. We have discussed the challenges, we have discussed the opportunities, resilience, and now just let's talk about the future of e-commerce supply chain. So I'm bringing this question to you, Alex. What are your predictions for the future of the e-commerce supply chain?
Yeah, let me see my crystal ball here. But yeah, the e-commerce supply chain landscape is rapidly evolving, driven by technological advancements and changing consumer behaviors. I, I would like to highlight 5 things how the landscape might evolve over the next 5 years. One is increased automation and AI integration. The use of artificial intelligence and automation in supply chain management will likely increase. This could include more sophisticated inventory management systems using AI to predict stock levels, automated warehouses with robotic picking and packing systems, and advanced data analytics for optimizing logistics and distribution routes. This technology exists, but it's not widely adopted. I see a trend going that way. The second is enhanced personalization and customer experience, and Matija touched a little bit on this. E-commerce companies will continue to focus on personalizing the customer experience, and this could involve customized packaging, faster and more flexible delivery options, enhanced tracking capabilities that allow customers to monitor their orders in real time. And additionally, AI might be used to offer personalized product recommendations and tailored shopping experiences based on individual customer data. Again, this technology already exists, but it's not widely adopted. I can see a larger trend going up that way. The third one is sustainability and eco-friendly practices. There will be a growing emphasis on sustainability within the supply chain. And this could mean more eco-friendly packaging, efforts to reduce the carbon footprint of logistics and delivery services, and an increase in the use of renewable energy sources in warehouses and transportation. Companies might also adopt circular economy principles, focusing on recycling and reusing materials. The fourth one is blockchain for transparency and efficiency. Blockchain technology could become more prevalent in the e-commerce supply chain to enhance transparency and efficiency, and it can be used for tracking the provenance of goods, ensuring the authenticity of products, and improving the security of transactions. Blockchain could also facilitate a smoother cross-border transactions and improve trust among all stakeholders. And the final one is localized distribution centers and micro-fulfillment. To meet the demand for faster delivery times, there could be an increase in localized distribution centers and micro-fulfillment centers, especially in urban areas. In New York City, for instance, they are using the space under the bridges to build these micro-fulfillment centers. These smaller, more agile distribution centers can reduce delivery times and cost. They can also be more responsive to local demand fluctuations, improving overall supply chain efficiency. As you can see, I foresee a future where technology, sustainability, and customer-centric approaches will significantly shape the e-commerce supply chain landscape.
That's quite a trailer, a comprehensive sort of a trailer of the future, Alex. All these technologies and the sustainability issue, AI, and the eco-friendly practices that you just mentioned in your presentation are actually something that we envision in future. So, Matija, we're talking about the future. So, how will the post-pandemic world shape e-commerce strategies?
Yeah, the future. As we said, the pandemic brought an accelerated shift to online shopping, and this trend is going to continue. This will put even more pressure on e-commerce businesses to optimize their supply chains and deliver a greater, better customer experience. Speaking from Spica's experience, our customers began to think about replacing worn out equipment inside warehouses and upgrading it with the newest and hottest trends on the market. Especially warehouse expansions and upgrades of existing processes are also being considered in a timely manner. And As you can see on the graph, it is shown that you can see some of the upcoming trends, and for future of warehouse businesses are centered. They are centered around increasing performance efficiency, flexible storage solutions, and processing more functions. And the shift that those trends and needs are bringing is more automatization, more automated guided vehicles, automation in terms of picking and sorting, and staff work conditions improvements, which will need to be more user and work friendly, and the equipment will be needed to be more work friendly. That is mostly for now wearable equipment. And we can continue to the next slide. We at Spica are looking ahead into the future of supply chain in e-commerce and in general. That is why we have a partnership with Quicktron Robotics. And before our partnership with Quicktron, we had an experience with AMR robots. We had a solution that where we connected between the AMR robot and our Vox solution. It was created a connection. To clarify further, AMR robots are diametrically opposite to quick bin robots, and how they work. AMR are picker to goods mode of in a mode of commission, and employees continues to service the robots, while the quick bin automation, we give the goods to picker mode of operation, and the employee has his own station that is served by automated robots, and makes the job easier for the employees, and increases accuracy and time required to work on one order. We look with great pleasure into the future, and of course what it will bring.
Well, thanks once again, Matija, for your data-centric approach to let us see the future. And indeed, Spica and Quicktron are collaborating to bring efficiency through the automation. So let's move forward with the same discussion. I would bring the question to Alex, that the technologies are there, but how the post-pandemic world are shaping e-commerce strategies, and how do you see Spica and Quicktron having their parts to play in there?
Yes, the post-pandemic world has significantly influenced e-commerce strategies in a few different ways. I will only mention four. Increased focus on online presence. There is no doubt that the pandemic accelerated the shifts towards online shopping. As a result, businesses, including those that traditionally rely on physical stores, are prioritizing their online presence. This includes enhancing their websites, improving user experiences, using social media platforms for marketing and sales, and optimizing their warehouse operations to meet the challenges. And although worldwide, I would say there is a trend to stability in the growth of e-commerce, there were some areas that were lagging initially, but after the pandemic, they accelerated the use of e-commerce, and that is Latin America. If you see the growth of e-commerce in countries like Mexico and Brazil, you will see the difference with other well-established nations that were already using e-commerce. The second one is the omni-channel approach. There is a greater emphasis on an omni-channel strategy, where businesses integrate their online and offline channels to provide a seamless customer experience. This approach caters to consumers who research products online but prefer to buy in store or vice versa. Also, the adoption of emerging technologies. There is an increased use of technologies like AI and AR, VR in e-commerce. AI is used for customer service through chatbots, inventory management, and personalized shopping experiences. AR, VR helps in product visualization, improving the decision-making process for customers. And of course, robotics is helping with the intralogistics of the warehouses. And global expansion. E-commerce has made it easier for businesses to reach a global audience. Companies are expanding their reach beyond local markets, adapting to different languages, different currencies, and different cultural preferences. These strategies show how e-commerce is adapting to the changing behavior of consumers and to the technological advancements in post-pandemic times. And of course, Quicktron is there to help these e-commerce companies. We know that there are some 3 or 4 very large companies in e-commerce, but everybody else is struggling to build a solid strategy, and they are trying to figure out how to automate their warehouses, and there is where Quicktron can lend a hand.
Well, thank you very much for both of our speakers for their wonderful insights on the topic today. Now I think we should be opening the floor for the audience to ask the questions. I can see a few questions in here, and if you have more questions and if somebody hasn't write it yet, maybe you can write it now, because we're going to have our expert opinion on that, and Alex and Matija are going to respond accordingly. So let me see if we have some questions here. Yeah, so there's a question, I think it is meant to be asked to you, Alex. The question is like, e-commerce boom is affected by inflation. Even the shopping are not attractive anymore. How do you see the situation being a robotics company?
Well, it is true, inflation affects everything, but every country manages inflation in a different way, and corporations have to deal with inflation regardless. You know, it's a fact of life, inflation. In some countries like Argentina, inflation can go to the roof, and yeah, it's difficult to do any business in those countries right now. But there are countries where inflation is stable. See, for instance, Mexico, they did very good at controlling the inflation by the government, you know, stepping in. And there are some different examples like that. The idea of Quicktron is to help these companies where it's needed. Today we will help in Latin American countries, and tomorrow we will help in Europe, you know, where the market perhaps is booming. So there is always a place in the world where people are doing well with the businesses, and that's what we concentrate our efforts. Of course, you know, we feel sorry for those countries with high levels of inflation where we can probably not do much, but we are not the only one. Everybody's struggling there. So we concentrate where we can help.
Well, thank you, Alex. I think that I hope that helps the answer. And let's take some more questions. I think it's already more than 30 minutes. We have consumed much of the time, but just a quick 2 or 3 questions, and then we'll end up. And the rest of the questions we're going to answer in an email following this webinar. So there's a question that at what stage of e-commerce are companies suitable for logistics automation? I think both of you can answer on that. I would like Matija to respond on that.
When I think they're more stable, and when they need automation, it really depends on the market they are in. For example, here in Croatia, there's a big shift because there aren't many workers in the market. So a lot of companies now are switching to newer ways of technologies, and automation is one of them. But for a company to have automation, they would have to have a variety of products and established customer market for it. So these are some 2 points of when to introduce automation into your warehouse.
Well, thank you, Matija. Alex, if you want to add something on that.
Sure, thank you, Arslan. I would say it all depends on the volume of orders, the number of SKUs, and the how much increasing the efficiency of the warehouse is going to help the bottom line. So I would say with some businesses, maybe 3,000 orders per day, my switch, the thought to automate, because it will be more efficiently and probably cost effective. But at the same time, it all depends on the project. For some companies, it might be a little higher, it might be 5,000 order lines per day. And then they can start thinking about automation. But it's a combination of how much labor force you're using, how much space do you have available, and also how fast is your business growing. At that point, when you have all the data, Quicktron, we rely on data, and data will tell you exactly what to do. So if companies can share data with us, we can see the solution right away.
Thank you very much, Alex, for quite a wonderful explanation. I think we have already exceeded the webinar timing. The remaining questions will be answered in a following email. I guess let's call it a day. And thank you, Alex and Matija, for sharing your valuable insights today. And a big thank you to everyone in the audience for joining us. Have a very happy weekend, and stay tuned for more webinars. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.